I killed my mercy. The battle between Sofia and Halima. The battlefield was filled with fire, blood, and the cries of warriors. Among the chaos, two women stood face to face, Sofia and Halima. One was raised by the other. One loved the other like a daughter. But now they were enemies. Halima's eyes were full of pain and betrayal. With a trembling voice, she shouted, "You always told lies to me. Sofia, I'm not your puppet anymore. I'm with my real family now." Sofia's face was cold, yet something inside her cracked. She had raised Halima for years, teaching her, feeding her, even loving her in her own way. But it was never pure. It was always mixed with Byzantium's dirty politics. She used Halima for her own gain. Then came Sofia's most emotional words. She looked deep into Halima's eyes and whispered, "I kill my mercy and my love for this cause." These words hit like thunder. Everyone watching could feel it. For the first time, we saw the deep wound in Sofia's heart. She was not just a villain. She was a broken soul. Her words showed her regret, her pain of using someone she once loved. Sofia continued, her voice shaking now. "You were like a daughter to me, but I chose power over love. I chose the empire over you." Halima was silent. Her sword was still in her hand, but her heart was heavy. She could see the truth in Sofia's eyes. But it was too late. The fight exploded again. Swords clashed. Steel screamed. Halima fought with all her strength. But Sofia was skilled, cold and deadly. The battle was fierce, but then Sofia struck Halima down. A deep wound cut through Halima's side. She fell to the ground, blood soaking her dress. Sofia stood over her, breathing hard. But she didn't finish her off. She dropped her sword and walked away. This act confused everyone. Why didn't she kill Halima? Maybe it was her last mercy. Maybe it was regret. Or maybe, just maybe, it was the beginning of a new game. Later, in the KE camp, Bala Hatun held Halima in her arms. Halima was weak. Her face was pale. Blood still flowed, and her breaths were slow. "Stay with me, halime," Bala whispered. "You are not alone. You're one of us now." It was one of the most powerful moments in the episode. Bala Hatun's love was not just kindness. It was family. It was unity. Halima, with tears in her eyes, whispered, "I thought I had no one, but now I see. I belong here." The whole camp was in pain. They had seen Halima as a brave, bold girl. She had walked through fire. She had survived betrayal. And now, as she lay broken, they stood by her. But she did not die. This injury, this deep pain, became her turning point. People who come back from the edge of death often return stronger. That's what we saw in Halima. Her spirit would rise again. Her body was weak, but her soul had found a home, a purpose, a family. Meanwhile, Sofia returned to her fortress. Alone, cold, empty, she looked at her hands. The same hands that once held Halima with love. The same hands that trained her. And the same hands that hurt her. She whispered to herself, "What have I become?" Sofia had lost everything. Her power in Byzantium, her control over Halima, and even the respect of her own people. Maybe this was her fall. Or maybe she would strike again. But one thing was clear. Halima had won something greater than any battle. She had won her identity. She was no longer confused. She was no longer lost. She was Kay. Why this story touched hearts. This episode of Kurulus Osman was not just about swords and blood. It was about emotions, deep, complicated emotions. The relationship between Sofia and Halime showed how love can be twisted by politics and power. It showed how the heart can be torn between truth and lies. Sofia's confession, "I killed my mercy," was a moment that will stay with fans for a long time. It wasn't just a line. It was her soul crying out. And Halima's journey from betrayal to belonging showed how strong a person can become when they find true family. The unity of the Ottoman camp, the tears in Bala Hatun's eyes, and the silent strength of Osman Bey watching over them all. This was storytelling at its finest. As the fire of the battlefield cooled, a new fire was lit. in the heart of Halima, and that fire will burn brighter than ever before.